Today, almost 40 years after the world's worst nuclear disaster, Pripyat still stands. Empty, silent, slowly disappearing beneath the forest. But if you look closely, this city still has thousands of stories to tell. Today, we're going inside. At first glance, Pripyat looks peaceful, but appearances can be deceiving, because even today, this city can still be dangerous. Not every street is safe, not every building can be entered, and in some places, radiation is still waiting, exactly where it settled almost 40 years ago. What surprises most people is that radiation isn't spread evenly. You can walk safely for several minutes, then take one wrong step, and your dosimeter suddenly starts screaming. These places are called hotspots. Many of them were created by radioactive dust, carried by the wind, and never completely removed. You would think no one would ever want to come back here. But that's exactly what happened. Year after year, people kept returning. Not because they had to, because they wanted to. Some came to remember, some came to explore. Others simply wanted to see the city the world had abandoned. They became known as stalkers. Unlike official tours, they don't follow marked routes. They avoid checkpoints. They walk for hours through forests, cross rivers, and travel mostly at night, just to enter a place they were never supposed to reach. For many of them, this isn't about breaking the law. It's about experiencing something that no museum and no documentary could ever recreate. Walking through streets where time stopped, standing inside buildings where thousands of lives ended overnight, seeing the silence with their own eyes. But even the most experienced stalkers know there are places where curiosity must stop, because some parts of the exclusion zone remain too dangerous, even today. Not because of collapsed buildings, not because of wild animals, but because the ground itself still remembers what happened here. Some locations remain permanently restricted. Even workers inside the zone need special permission to enter them. And one place stands above all the others: the Red Forest. Just a few kilometers from Reactor 4, this forest absorbed an enormous amount of radioactive fallout during the explosion. The radiation was so intense that thousands of pine trees turned reddish-brown and died within days. That's how the forest got its name. Today, most of those original trees are gone. The contaminated forest was buried, and new trees eventually grew in its place. But beneath the surface, radioactive contamination still remains. Even now, it's considered one of the most contaminated areas on Earth. It's a reminder that while nature may recover on the surface, some scars remain hidden for generations. Even today, it's impossible to look at this building without remembering what happened here. The explosion lasted only seconds. Its consequences have lasted for decades. From the outside, everything seems quiet, but beneath the steel shell, the destroyed reactor still remains. To prevent more radioactive material from escaping into the environment, engineers built one of the largest movable structures ever created, the new safe confinement. Standing 108 meters tall, 257 meters wide, and weighing more than 36,000 tons, it was designed to protect the world for the next 100 years. But its job isn't to erase the past, it's to contain it. Deep inside, beneath layers of steel, concrete, and darkness, lie the remains of Reactor No. 4. And despite decades of research, scientists still cannot enter every part of what remains below, because hidden inside is one of the strangest materials ever created by a nuclear disaster. A black, glass-like substance formed when nuclear fuel, steel, sand, and concrete melted together at temperatures exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius. It became known as corium, or more famously, the elephant's foot. Pripyat was never meant to become a monument. It was built for ordinary people, for families, for children, for a future that never came. Today, the city is silent, not because it has nothing left to say, but because it's waiting for someone to listen. One day, these buildings will disappear. The roads will vanish beneath the earth. Even the memories will begin to fade. But as long as this story is told, Pripyat will never truly be abandoned. Because cities don't disappear when people leave. They disappear when they're forgotten. Pripyat must never be forgotten. Hidden Theory.